What up, you guys? It's Una, and like always, honestly hope you guys are having an amazing day today. So today's finally the day. After years of setbacks, today's finally the day. We're gonna bring the Supra back to life. Now, we did drop the trans, we did put it in a new 6-speed. You guys are gonna be seeing that soon. I didn't want to get into that, edit it, upload it, disappear for a few weeks. I wanted to grind, get everything out of the way, so once we start uploading again, we could just be consistent and start uploading every single week. Then instead of having one video go up and then we disappear for a few weeks, not be ready, and a cycle repeats. But now it's ready, it's time to start that grind because we got Origins in 2 weeks. So we're gonna get this car running today. Alright, I'm gonna catch you guys up real quick on the Supra, on why it hasn't been running. Let me show you guys. Alright, so one of the reasons the Supra wasn't starting, my fuel pump relays, the signal wire wasn't getting any signal, and because it wasn't getting any signal, fuel pump relay was never turning on. So we followed the signal wire all the way back. So we fired the wire all the way back into the driver's panel, and I know the wiring on this car is horrible. It's literally a rat's nest of just wires. It's so bad. So we followed the signal wire all the way back, but we followed the wire all the way back, and before we resoldered this connection, we saw that the connection actually came undone. Because of that, we got no signal to the fuel pump relay. So because we encountered that wiring issue, the homie David pulled up. He is the one that's helping me with the wiring in the car because I don't know how to wire. If I don't know how to wire, I'm not trying to fuck up the car, make it worse, start a fire. So since he knows what he's doing, I have him pull up and help me with all the wiring. And then we ran into a dilemma. Once he finished soldering the wires, fixed the connection for the fuel pump relay, and then we went to go turn on the car to test it to see if everything got fixed, but we ran into another dilemma. The battery died. We don't even know if the issue actually got fixed. So right now we're gonna go through the battery real quick. All right, before we put the battery back in, I do want to just talk to you guys just a little bit because I haven't talked to you guys in a cool minute. So we do have a lot of plans regarding the car. Okay, now that I'm getting taught how to edit so I can be my own photographer, cool, that means we're gonna go on random destinations. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. We're gonna go see some gorgeous scenery, and then we're gonna shoot the Supra on the side, you know what I'm saying? So on top of that, we're gonna have Origins in 2 weeks, so we gotta make sure the car is ready for that in 2 weeks. And then after that, it's really time to start grinding because I have a lot of plans I want to do with the Supra. We're gonna change the game, we're gonna really impact the car scene, and I can't say too much on what we're gonna do, but you guys are gonna be seeing that in the next few weeks or the next few months. Eventually it's gonna lead us to getting our own warehouse, our own garage. Once we expand, get our own garage, we get more cars, fly to Japan, cop a car, come back, come build it, know what I'm saying? And I got a little Hot Wheel wall going on right now in the garage. Once we get more room, expand that. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. But I'm talking too much now. Let's put this battery in. Let's get this car started. All right, we got the new battery. No. Hopefully this starts up the first try, because if it doesn't, we fucked up somewhere. Alright, new battery's in. Put the battery bracket back on real quick. Now we're just gonna connect the terminals. I really hope this starts up first try. If this does not start up first try, that means we fucked up somewhere. Oh yeah, look at this, check this out. Y'all have not seen the upgraded engine bay so far. We've done some upgrades on the engine bay. I got this. This is the sickest gift I've ever gotten. Look at this. Shout out to Kim for this. She got me a custom coil pack cover. This is 2JZ Luna. This is so sick. Like, look at this. This is clean. Sickest gift I ever gotten. Now we just need to fill this up with some carbon fiber strand shroud. Maybe dip this in like some carbon. No, I'm saying carbon fiber fuse box. We need a lot of carbon up in there. But now let's hope this car starts up first try. Alright, I'm gonna try to turn on the car. The car doesn't turn on. Uh oh. I really hope it turns on. I'm scared. I'm scared. Fuel pump should turn on. Uh oh. I hear fuel pumps click. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Uh oh, it's not started. Fuel pumps aren't turning on though.
Thing died already.
The camera?
Yeah.
That's fine. So it's not turning on. I didn't hear the fuel pumps click on when we flicked the key on. So definitely something related to the fuel pump. Let's see if that signal wire is getting power, because if it is, if it's not, I think we found our issue. Alright, so here we got the fuel pump relays. So we may have discovered the issue. So with the fuel pump relays, our hot wire, our 30 amp wire, is getting its 12 volts. This prong 87, this powers the fuel pumps. Now 85 or 86, the white wire is here. It's supposed to be receiving 12 volts. One of these is supposed to be receiving 12 volts when the car's on. Alright, so since prong 86 and 85 aren't getting 12 volts when the car's on, so that means there's either a switch issue or the ground triggers are bad. So we're gonna drop the car real quick, get ready to put it on a tow truck. We're gonna take it to Patrick's shop He's gonna take a quick look at it and see if he can fix those 2 issues. She back home. Alright, so the car just got dropped off last night. We got some good news, we got some bad news. The bad news is car still doesn't start. So we figured out some of the issues. And with the fuel pumps, the reason why they weren't turning on, they're supposed to be wired with 10 gauge wire. They were not wired with 10 gauge wire. It was wired with a 12 gauge and a 16 gauge wire. Because of that, fuel pumps were running really hot, and because they were running really hot, the whole car is an extreme fire hazard. I was talking to Pat, he was telling me last time I saw a Supra that had the fuel pumps wired the same exact way, the car burned down. So the car being down for so many years, it's honestly low-key a blessing, because we discovered these issues before we started driving the car, before we started being hard on the car and everything. So, game plan for the car, the good news. We have an idea what we gotta work on. We believe, we as in Pat. He was telling me he thinks it could just be a tuning issue because the car has been down for so long. He thinks it just might need a little reflash on the tune and then we should be good. On top of that, we're gonna do some diagnosing on the next video on bringing this car back to life. We gotta make sure our coils, fuel pumps are outputting the power. We gotta make sure we're getting spark. We gotta make sure we're getting fuel. Top of that, the game plan for the car. After we do the diagnostics, get the car running, we're gonna do a little bit of grinding again. Save up. So Pat, he's gonna have to tear. So the wiring on this car, as you can tell, as you saw earlier in the video, the wiring on this car is a complete mess. So what we have to do, we have to tear all the chassis wiring off. We'll completely redo everything. He's gonna help me with that because I am not touching wires. If I don't know what I'm doing with wires, and with how much of a fire hazard it could be if you don't know what you're doing, I'm gonna go the route. Let's get it done right the first time. We're gonna go that route. And then he's also gonna rewire my fuel pumps to make sure everything's good and proper. So the issue that was with the fuel pumps as well, the fuel pumps weren't getting 12 volts that they were supposed to be getting. A majority of the car where it's supposed to output 12 volts, a lot of it is not even outputting 12 volts. There was only one part of the car he was able to get 12 volts from. So he ran a wire from there to the fuel pumps. Fuel pumps turned on. Now they're good. Now we just got to get the fuel pumps rewired with the current gauge wire. We got to get a fuel hanger because the stock fuel hanger that I'm running doesn't support 2 Hellcat fuel pumps. Because it doesn't support 2 Hellcat fuel pumps and it only supports 1 technically. That explains why every time we would hit boost, he would start fuel cutting. So everything's slowly starting to make sense. So I know I'm rambling a lot. Alright, but that's going to be the end of this video. Next video, we're going to do diagnosing. We're going to try to bring this car back to life. As soon as you see that video go up, the car coming back to life, we're going to upload the trans video. And I'm going to warn you with the trans video. I recorded that shit a few years ago. So, I'm going to look a little bit different and a little bit chubbier. But that's going to be the end of this video. Honestly, hope you guys have an amazing day today. Or you're going to have an amazing day today. I will see you guys most likely next week. Peace out.